Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be covering a pretty interesting topic. I'm sure you guys have heard about it. It is all about capsule collections. So as most of you know, a lot of us get bombarded with information from bloggers or stylists or, trend boards and the fashion industry to buy certain things. We all have done it. We've all seen it on our favorite blogger and said, oh, I need to buy this because it must be trendy, right? I think I'm speaking to the crowd here. So in consequence, we end up wearing these items maybe once or twice, but otherwise they just kind of hang in our closet unworn, never to be seen again by anybody. So the idea of a capsule collection or a capsule wardrobe is a wardrobe or a collection of clothing that you wear all the time, that are those go-to pieces that when you're in a rush, you pull them out of your closet and you go. And you feel good in them, you feel confident in them, you know that they are those reliable pieces in your closet. Who What Wear describes a capsule collection as being a collection with fewer items that are more versatile, that you just love wearing. For me personally, I see a capsule wardrobe being something where you're minimizing the amount of clothing in your closet, and in doing that, you're maximizing the wear and the versatility of them. So because you have fewer options to choose from, you can get a little bit more creative about how to wear them, how to style them, how to layer them. It becomes endless opportunities, even though you're looking at fewer items. The other day, actually, I was listening to the radio, and good old Ryan Seacrest said a quote. I don't know who it's by, but he said, if the things in your life aren't adding up, it's time to start subtracting. Wise words, Ryan, wise words. But they're so true. How many times in our life do we feel like surplus and excess is necessary, when really the key to life is just having those few quality pieces and you're happy? So today in this video, just real quickly, I'm going to touch on just a few things that you need to do in order to actually put this into action. So what are some actionable ways that you can start creating a capsule wardrobe for yourself? So make sure you stay tuned till the end, because I have a pretty fun and exciting announcement. So step one, here we go. Alright, so step one, taking a look in your wardrobe and looking at what you actually wear. So these are the pieces that you're constantly pulling from, you're constantly wearing to work or to go out with friends on the weekends, the thing that you're comfortable in as well as confident in. For the majority of us, it's maybe 25% of our closet that we're actually wearing repetitively. So look at those items of those things that you actually wear. And a small tip that I use to just see what I'm wearing when I'm wanting to pare down on my wardrobe. My aunt actually gave me this tip a long time ago. It wasn't for a capsule wardrobe, but she didn't want to repeat her outfits twice in a month. So what she would do, most of us hang things up, facing for us. So when you wore something, or when you wear something, when you're done, face it the opposite way on the hanger and hang it the opposite way on your rack. So then that way, when you're looking at what to wear, you can see oh, I've already worn that. And I love that tip for a capsule wardrobe, just because you're able to kind of see what you're constantly touching every single day. And if you keep hanging that shirt up backwards every day, then obviously that's something that needs to be in your capsule wardrobe. It's something that you clearly can't live without. So just try and test yourself and see when you get dressed. When you wear something and you hang it back up, hang it up the opposite way, and just start looking and noticing the things that you're always pulling from and you're always wearing. Alright, so number 2, setting things aside. So I like to do this over time, but just slowly start taking out the pieces that you're like, you know what, I'm really iffy about this. I question it every single time I pull it out of my closet and wonder, how in the world do I wear this? What do I wear it with? What occasion do I wear it for? If you have a lot of pieces like that, just set them aside in like a big Tupperware box, or if you have a spare closet, hang it in there and see what life and dressing is like without that piece in your closet where you get dressed every single day. Set those aside and just think about them for over a month, or about a month. Put them in a little box or a suitcase or just away and out of sight. And at the end of the month, come back to them and see if you still are emotionally attached to it and if you need it. So obviously you're going to keep the basics in your closet. So there's a few things that I consider a basic, and I think that everyone would consider a basic in their wardrobe. So those are any solid t-shirts, a good, flattering, fitting, comfortable pair of jeans. A lot of people think, oh, these are the most flattering, so these are the ones that I need to keep in my capsule collection. Typically, the ones that you go for and the ones that you pull out of the closet really quickly, you like know where they are without even looking, you can just grab at them, are the ones that are most comfortable, because they're not comfortable things. So a comfortable, flattering, fitting pair of jeans is definitely a basic. Any sort of kind of sheath dress that has some structure to it, maybe has a really pretty silhouette, so it has like a seam around your waist, or a v-neck to elongate you if you're really short or petite. Typically a solid dress that just fits you, that you've worn for a million different occasions and you know will work. Some other layering pieces are an Oxford or a button-down shirt. They're classics. I think that's what you gotta think about for your basics. Are those items that are classic, that never go out of style, that are traditional, and that are versatile. So they can be pieced with items of any shape, color, and size and still act like a very main part of your wardrobe. Hello?
Hey, sister, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Haley just called me or texted me and asked about you doing a capsule collection for her.
Ah! That's so crazy. I'm currently making my video about a capsule collection. Hold on. Let me put you on speakerphone. All right, go ahead.
So Haley just texted me and asked if you offered services like making a capsule collection, like how much it would cost, and what it would look like what would you do to help her, because she says she needs some help.
She needs some help. Well, tell her to watch my YouTube video that's going to be posted sometime. I'll actually be answering that question later. So
okay, wonderful.
I'll get back to you.
Okay, I'll let her know to stay tuned.
All right. Talk to you later.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
How hilarious is that? That was seriously not planned. That is so funny. Well, back to our little lesson about capsule wardrobes. Alright, so number 4 is learning how to layer, and this is something that I talk to so many people about. There is really no rules to layering. You know, it's just whatever feels natural, whatever you need that is just, you know, part of just living too. If it's cold outside, you're going to put a t-shirt or a tank top underneath the sweater that you're wearing that if it was a little bit warmer outside, you would just wear by itself. So part of it is just survival. If you're in a really, really cold climate, you're not wearing a short sleeve white t-shirt as a basic all the time, just around with a pair of jeans. You're using it as a layering piece to keep you warm. So layering is both, you know, part of almost accessorizing and finding some really cool and unusual ways of, you know, wearing something over or under another piece. But then it's also part of survival and something that you really just need because of weather and climate. But to reassure you just a little bit, if you're looking at all basics, that means that most of those things can be mixed and matched with each other. So even though I'm not going to discuss layering a lot on this video, maybe that'll be number 2, but if you're taking all these things that are neutrals and things that are easily worn and put on the body, that they're just effortless, you just put them on and they look good, they look flattering, then that means that a lot of those things can be worn together. Just because you're working with items that are so basic. But in order to not make them basic, like, oh, she's so basic, you need to find some fun ways to wear them. So put on a really brightly colored jacket over your simple white tee, or instead of your simple white tee, have it be a patterned white, tee. Find some ways to layer or differentiate just a little bit so that you don't look basic, because no one wants to look basic. So now you've kind of limited down to those basics and those things that you really, really need in your closet. So what I recommend for 2 to 3 months, and it can be even shorter than that if it doesn't take you that long, but just stick to those items that you have left remaining in the closet. So by now you've already filled up maybe that Tupperware or that box or that luggage or that other closet in the other room with things that are still just kind of superfluous. So now, just within 2 to 3 months, just keep wearing those same constant basic items over and over and over again, and just see how creative you can get. Look at, how many times you wore that white t-shirt and how many different ways you did it. And, oh, I tied it up with the high-waisted, really fun printed skirt one time, and then the other time I had it with a pair of jeans. There are endless options. So take that time to really get to know those pieces for more than what they are. They might just be a basic t-shirt to you, but find something that's still in the closet that you're using with those minimal items. Find something unexpected that you might not pair that white t-shirt with before, but since you're in survival mode and you only have, these 4 bottoms to wear and these 4 tops to wear, maybe the white t-shirt would look really good with this bottom. So just play and have fun. That's the best part of this. And I think spending those few months or weeks on it is really, really key, because you just start weeding out all of those other superfluous items that you're no longer seeing in your closet, and you're not really needing anymore either. So this is the kicker. This is probably the one that a lot of people have the most difficulty with, and it is don't go shopping. So only go shopping after the season is over. So at least in Raleigh, we have all 4 seasons. We experience them all. We experience the heat of summer, we experience the pollen of spring, we experience the coolness of fall, and we experience the cold of winter. So what that means is that there's about 3 months that we spend in each season, right? 3 times 4 is 12 months. What you want to do is, after the season is over, after those 3 months of spring are over, look back over your capsule. See what things will be seasonally appropriate for the summer, and see what things need to be taken out. In Raleigh, we have major humidity. I can't even tell you. It's terrible. I hate summers here. And so a sweater is not appropriate in the summertime in Raleigh, North Carolina, like it is maybe in LA. Keep the items that you know can transition, and look and kind of evaluate the items that can't. So, for me, I'm so cold-natured. So I always have sweaters in my closet. Maybe not my thick wool ones in the summertime, but my loose woven ones I keep year-round. And so instead of using my white open weave sweater in the winter with a t-shirt underneath and maybe a jacket and a coat on top of to layer up for the cold weather. I might just pair it with a tank top underneath and a really pretty skirt for the summer, or a denim mini skirt or something. So that's something where, again, it's a basic. It's a white sweater, something that you're going to wear forever, and I have worn forever. I mean, it's nubbing like crazy. But that's something that after your season has ended, revisit those items that are in your capsule wardrobe and see what needs to maybe be packed away for the season, or find some interesting and unusual ways to make something that might be for the fall, for the spring, or something that is very summery. How can we layer it up to be worn in the fall or the winter? Not all things will be able to do this, but it's, again, thinking out of the box. That's what minimal living is. Minimal and, desperation calls for innovation, right? The less you have, the more you find innovative ways to try and figure out, how can I piece this together? So again, maybe you're not purchasing anything after that season is over. But, maybe you need to. Maybe you're seeing that you're missing some holes. So with those items that are already in your capsule wardrobe, only buy items that will fit in to the capsule wardrobe. So don't buy some crazy, print that won't go with anything that's in your wardrobe. You want everything to work together. And a tip that I give my clients, whether it's capsule wardrobe or not, whenever you're buying something, before you even pay for it, you need to think of at least 3 different ways, at least 3 different outfits, at least 3 different pieces in your closet at that time that item will go with. And if you can't think of those things off the top of your head, then it's probably not the best purchase. It'll probably just be one of those things that hang in your closet unworn. All right, so number 7, here you are done. You have figured out and kind of curated your own style after seeing what you really love and cherish in your closet and getting rid of everything else. It's cleansing, it's healthy, it's fantastic. And I think that most of my clients kind of see it as a way of really knowing exactly what their style is and getting rid of all the trendy stuff or the fad stuff, and just stuff that you thought you liked at one time, but you just don't wear. Now you've kind of cleansed everything. Your closet is cleaner, there's less things in there, and there's more room for creativity. So now what do you do with all these extra clothes? You have piles of clothes everywhere. What do? It's time to start selling. It's time to start donating. In Raleigh, there's an amazing place called Notes in the Pocket that donates to underprivileged kids in schools that need clothing. So maybe donate your clothes there that are, still in good condition. There's people that do need it. And you don't, now that you've kind of minimized everything, but guaranteed there's someone out there that does. So start selling things. Poshmark is an app that I use, that I love. I've sold over maybe $1,000, $2,000 of clothes there, which is huge. I mean, that's really big. And that's a great way if you want to start, earning a little bit of money too. You can do that way as well. So just get rid of it. Get it out of your sight and just kind of walk into your closet and appreciate the things that you got in there and get excited about all of the endless options that you have in your closet with items that have always been there, but now the spotlight's on them just a little bit more. All right, so what are the pros of having a capsule wardrobe? I have 6 items that I'm going to share with you guys real quick before the big announcement. So number 1, it's a money saver. Because number 2, you're only shopping once every season. So instead of doing this, shopping or shopping online or window shopping, just constantly being around shopping, you're only shopping once every 3 months, which is a huge deal for those of you that really hate shopping. You're out of the stores less, you're saving more money. That's a win-win right there. Number 3 is that you're not buying superfluous clothing. Number 4 is you spend less time getting dressed, because number 5, you're getting dressed in things that are actually your style, that you know you cherish, that you're emotionally attached to. So typically you're presenting yourself in your best form and the way that you want to be presented. And then number 6, which kind of goes along with the last 2, is that getting dressed feels very natural to you. It's not something that you have to think about or worry about or stress about. It just becomes very effortless, which I think is what every girl wants, is just to be able to go in her closet and enjoy the art of getting dressed. And now I'm going to share my big announcement. Are you ready? You got a small hint of it when my sister called me, but now I'm actually going to go a little bit further and a little bit deeper about something that I'm going to be offering you guys. So something I already offer for some of my clients is what I call wardrobe edit. So I go into their closets, I put everything on matching hangers, I tell you what stays and what goes, we try some things on, we make dozens of outfits just from the clothing that's already in your closet. I mean, it's a big rehaul, and it's something that's really, it takes a lot of time and a lot of energy. So I decided to kind of scale that back and create a smaller package that was specific to Capsule Wardrobe, so that you guys could kind of start paring down, especially for this upcoming summer and eventually fall season. So this is a limited time offer, which I said before. So it's just going to be now through the end of July. So if you're wanting to book something like this, you're going to have to get it while it's hot. But I'm going to go over a few things with my cheat sheet over here. Since I just wrote this up this morning, crazy, I know, I'm going to share with you the things that you will receive from me from getting this package, and how it's just going to benefit your life and your wardrobe just abundantly. So here it goes, okay? So basically you're going to receive, we're going to talk on the phone a little bit first. I like to have like a 30-minute consultation with you, just to get to know you, understand what your needs are, what your wants are before we get started. Then I'm going to give you a worksheet that you do before I actually come over to your house and start looking at, the things in your closet. I give you a worksheet that outlines your lifestyle and your ideal capsule wardrobe, because everyone's capsule wardrobe is different. I just want to throw that in there. Not everyone's capsule wardrobe looks the same. My capsule wardrobe and your capsule wardrobe are two completely different things. They don't all have to be the very traditional capsule wardrobe that you're seeing everywhere and that all the bloggers are doing. No, I'm not into that. I want to make sure that your style is being heard. Then after you finish that worksheet, you turn that into me, you send that to me electronically, and we get started. We set up a time where I'm going to come over and I'm going to start going through your closet, the fun stuff. So I come to your house and we work on a capsule wardrobe that's best suited for you and your life. So then you receive a cleaner, a better organized, and a more minimal closet. You'll receive dozens of outfit ideas made from the clothing that was already in your closet, so no shopping needed, which is a huge plus and money saver. A personalized lookbook that I will send you a day after or 2 days after our session, that's going to be made with photos that I take of all your clothing, and then I just kind of start piecing it all together, and I put that in the lookbook just because it's so much information, and I've been told that, it becomes a fount of information when I come over and girls are taking notes like crazy. So this is to help you in the end. Once I leave and I'm no longer in your closet, this is just a tool for you to use that has your information in it, has your clothing, and helps you remember, like, okay, she did say I can wear that top with that bottom or whatever. So just in case you forget, because everyone does. I do too. And then last but not least, I will send you as well, along with a lookbook, I'll send you a personalized shopping list of items that if you wanted to kind of round out your capsule wardrobe and find just a couple more things that would finalize it for you, or even just ideas, you know, after the season is over, items that you need for the next season to kind of enhance and make the wardrobe a little bit more maximum capacity, and, you know, versatile. I'll give you that as well, so that you're able to take your capsule collection and just make it appropriate year-round, seasonally appropriate year-round. I'm gonna put a link below that you can click on if you're really interested in doing this. You can get all the other information you need and just kind of a summary of what I've said today in this video through this link. Otherwise, I'm really excited about doing this, and I hope that I get to meet a lot of you in the Raleigh, Durham, Cary, Apex area. I look forward to it, so thanks for watching, guys.